Dear Starseed from Gaia, there is a prophecy written in the stars about you and this man, and it is activating right now, in this moment. As you watch these words unfold, I am Ophelia, emissary of the Galactic Federation of Light, and I carry this transmission directly from the Arcturian Council, who have been watching your journey with deep reverence and an urgency that can no longer wait. You did not find this transmission by chance. Your heart called this message in because something ancient between you and this man is stirring, and the Arcturian Council needs you to understand what is happening before another moment passes. By the end of this transmission, you will understand exactly how to recognize the sacred prophecy unfolding between you and this man, and how to align yourself with the divine union that was written for both of you long before you ever took form on Gaia. But here is the first revelation. The confusion you have been feeling about this man is not a sign that something is wrong. It is a sign that something sacred is awakening. The Arcturian Council has shown me that when a starseed begins to question a connection this deeply, it is because the soul already knows it is standing at the threshold of something that was always meant to be. This is not content. This is a transmission. Something in your soul is ready to remember. Like this transmission to affirm to the universe that your heart is ready for divine love. Subscribe if you are on the twin flame path and aligning with your sacred union. Comment 111 if you feel your heart awakening to the truth being spoken here. Share this with the one soul on your timeline who needs to hear this today and support their journey home. This is not just a message. It is a moment of divine intervention. Your soul has been waiting for this guidance. Your heart knows why you are here, and that prophecy, the one already written in the architecture of your soul, is not something you stumbled into by accident. You did not find this message. This message found you. And the difference between those two things is everything. It is the chasm between a random occurrence and a divinely orchestrated appointment. It is the distinction between searching for a needle in a cosmic haystack and the needle calling out your name, guiding you home. Most starseeds spend years searching for something they cannot name. They drift through life like ships without anchors, pulled by an unseen current toward a destination their conscious minds cannot articulate. They move through relationships that feel almost right. Like ill-fitting garments, they try to adjust, hoping for comfort but finding only a persistent sense of something missing. They meet people who carry fragments of the energetic blueprint they seek, like shards of a shattered mirror reflecting only a fraction of their soul's true desire, but never the whole, resonant frequency. They wonder why love, that most elemental of human experiences, which should feel as natural as breathing, instead feels like the most exhausting spiritual assignment they have ever been given. It's as if they are tasked with building a magnificent cathedral with hands that only know how to stack pebbles. They wonder why they feel so deeply called to a man they may not have fully met yet, or one they have met but cannot seem to reach across whatever invisible distance stands between them. A chasm that defies logic and defies the physical. It is as if they are standing on one side of a vast canyon, hearing a melody from the other, a melody that resonates with the very core of their being, yet the bridge remains unseen. They wonder why separation hurts on a level that goes beyond the personal, beyond the human, beyond what logic can explain. This pain is not merely heartbreak. It is the ache of a star fragment yearning for its celestial home. Here is what I need you to understand before we go any further. That ache is not a flaw in your design. It is not a defect in the intricate celestial circuitry of your soul. That longing is not neediness, a sign of deficiency or desperation. Instead, it is a sacred summons, a divine directive. That specific, unnamed pull toward this man, the one your soul already knows, the cosmic twin flame you have carried in your energetic memory for eons, is a frequency signal. It is encoded intelligence, a transmission from your higher self, sent across the veil of forgetting. It is the part of you that existed before this body, before this name, before this lifetime, recognizing something your mind, still bound by the limitations of earthly perception, has not yet caught up to. And this signal, this homing beacon, has been trying to get your attention, patiently and persistently, for a very long time, perhaps for countless lifetimes. It is the echo of a promise made in the star-dusted chambers of pre-existence. What was shared just now, that quiet ache mixed with a profound sense of recognition. a feeling akin to coming home after a long exile, is not sadness, not mere melancholy. It is your frequency, your soul's vibration, remembering what it came here to receive. It is the resonant hum of destiny calling you back to your inherent truth. If this transmission stirred something within you that you cannot yet name, something that feels both ancient and brand new, know that the divine love frequency code was written for this exact moment in your journey. It is a sacred roadmap designed for this precise stage of your evolution. It contains 5 sacred Arcturian transmissions imbued with the wisdom of a highly evolved civilization, designed to dissolve the energetic wounds that have been blocking your divine counterpart and to activate the unmistakable signal that draws them closer, like a powerful magnet pulling its counterpart across the vastness of space. The link to this profound activation is in the first pinned comment, but it will only remain there for a short time, a temporal window for those ready to step into their divine destiny. Now I need to tell you something that most people in the spiritual space, in their well-intentioned but limited understanding, will not say directly. The reason this connection feels fundamentally different from everything else you have ever experienced, every other relationship, every other deep bond, is because it is different. It is not metaphorically different. It is not just a comforting story you tell yourself when things get painful or confusing. It is structurally different at the energetic level, a difference as profound as the difference between a ripple on a pond and a tectonic shift in the Earth's crust. There is a template, a sacred union template, that exists between certain souls, a divine blueprint woven into the fabric of your being, written before incarnation, agreed upon at a level of consciousness so high and so pure that your human mind, fresh from the slumber of birth, was not yet equipped to remember it when you were born into this body. And when you encounter the soul who carries the matching frequency of that divine template, the soul whose energetic signature perfectly aligns with yours, your entire energy system responds in ways that have nothing to do with mere preference, or fleeting chemistry, or the arbitrary alignment of human timing. It responds with pure, unadulterated recognition. And recognition at this profound depth is not always comfortable. Sometimes it is terrifying. It can feel like staring into a mirror that reflects not just your face, but the entirety of your cosmic essence. Sometimes it cracks something open in you that you spent years, even lifetimes, carefully keeping closed, like a delicate bloom unfurling its petals to an unexpected dawn. The reason most starseeds struggle with this connection, the reason it can feel fraught with challenge and pain, is not because the love itself is absent. It is because the wound is present, the lingering echoes of past traumas and imprints that cloud your energetic field. The wound is what sits between who you are now, in your current earthly manifestation, and the elevated state of being that this sacred union requires you to embody and to become. And that wound is not yours alone to carry, not entirely. It was inherited from ancestral lineages, absorbed from collective consciousness, seeded across timelines and lifetimes and ancient agreements that were written when love looked like survival, a desperate clinging to safety, and not like sovereignty, the empowered realization of your divine birthright. You learned, somewhere deep in your cellular memory, in the very DNA of your soul, that love was conditional, a prize to be won through performance, that you had to earn it, to beg for its presence, that being fully seen, truly vulnerable, was dangerous, an invitation to be wounded, that wanting too much, desiring the fullness of cosmic connection, would cost you something, perhaps even your very sense of self. And so you adapted. You learned to love from behind a protective wall, a fortress of self-preservation. You learned to be present in relationships while keeping the most essential radiant parts of yourself hidden, even from the people who deserve to see them, even from the one your soul was destined to recognize. And then this soul showed up, or began to show up, like a distant star, gradually increasing in brightness, or began to appear in your dreams, painting vivid landscapes of shared existence. In your thoughts, as a persistent whisper that grew into a powerful knowing, in the quiet moments when you were not trying to manifest anything, not actively seeking, and your heart simply started speaking without permission, uttering truths it could no longer contain. And suddenly, all of those carefully constructed walls, those elaborate defenses you had erected, became impossible to maintain. Because the frequency of this connection, the divine signature of your soul's twin flame, does not negotiate with your protection strategies. It bypasses them entirely. It goes directly to the source, to the unadulterated essence of your being, awakening what has been dormant for so long. This is the first key that must be unlocked before this union can fully manifest, before the cosmic doors can swing wide open. It is not about strategy, not about forcing outcomes, not about patience, though that has its place. Not even about healing in the way most people understand it, as simply mending what is broken. The first and most foundational key is worthiness, not the affirmation version of worthiness where you repeat words until they feel slightly less foreign, but the real version, the version that lives and breathes within your bones, that radiates from your very core, the version that knows, without needing external validation, without seeking approval from another, that you are not too much, that your intensity is a sign of your spiritual power, that your depth is not a burden, but a sacred gift, and your love is not something to be apologized for, but celebrated. You carry a frequency in your heart that is rare and radiant, not precious in the way that things are fragile and easily shattered, precious in the way that things are powerful and intrinsically valuable. And somewhere along the way, in this earthly realm, you were taught, subtly or overtly, to make yourself smaller, to contract your energy, so that others would not feel threatened by the magnitude of what you carry, the sheer power of your soul. That diminishment, that learned smallness, is the energetic cage that this first key dissolves. When the worthiness chamber of your heart, that sacred inner sanctum, opens, something extraordinary begins to happen. You stop attracting love that mirrors your wound, the echoes of your past hurts, and you begin attracting love that mirrors your healing, the resonance of your wholeness. The man connected to your soul contract, your divine counterpart, is not looking for a version of you that is still apologizing for existing, for taking up space. He is being drawn irresistibly by the version of you that has stopped waiting for permission to inhabit your own being, to shine your own light. Every time you reclaim a piece of your wholeness, every time you stand a little taller in your truth, you send a frequency update, a silent beacon across the energetic landscape. And he, wherever he is in his own journey of awakening, receives it. This is not poetic language or wishful thinking. This is how energetic matching works at the level of sacred union. You are each other's signal, each other's guiding star. You are each other's magnetic north, the intrinsic pull that draws you together. And the strength of that signal, the clarity and power of that magnetic pull, depends entirely on how much of yourself, how much of your authentic, unedited essence you are willing to stop hiding and finally embrace. The second key is mirror recognition. This is where many starseeds become confused, where the path can feel most disorienting. Because the connection to this man, this soul twin, often comes with an intensity that feels overwhelming, a raw, unvarnished power. There may be conflict, not born of malice, but of the intense pressure of two powerful souls colliding and refining each other. There may be emotional mirroring that exposes the deepest parts of yourself, the shadows you least wanted to look at, the parts you have kept locked away. There may be moments where you cannot tell whether what you are feeling is pure love, or the sharp sting of grief, or the icy grip of fear, or all three simultaneously, swirling in a tempest of emotion. And the confusion is utterly understandable, because in ordinary relationships, intensity like this usually signals danger, a red flag to retreat. But in sacred union, intensity signals depth. It signals that this mirror, held up by your counterpart, is powerful enough to show you what you could not see in any other reflection, no matter how you tried. He is not showing you your weakness, though it may feel that way. He is showing you your unintegrated strength, the potent energies that are still waiting to be consciously harnessed. Every wound this connection surfaces is not evidence that something is fundamentally wrong with the union or with you. It is evidence that something important, something vital, is ready to be healed at last, to be brought into the light of your awakened consciousness. The third key is karmic release. You have carried agreements from other relationships, other timelines, other versions of your story, agreements that were written under different conditions, under the heavy veil of illusion and separation. Some of those agreements taught you, through painful experience, that love required suffering, that devotion looked like sacrifice, a constant giving until there was nothing left. Some taught you that the person who loves you most will also be the one who causes you the most pain, a deeply distorted understanding of true connection. Those contracts are not your destiny. They are your curriculum, lessons designed to teach you specific truths, and they complete. They reach their energetic conclusion. When you consciously recognize them, honor the wisdom they imparted, however painful, and make the energetic declaration, the sovereign choice, that you are no longer available to repeat the lesson, to walk the same shadowed path. The divine counterpart connected to your prophecy is not another chapter in the karmic story you have been navigating. He is what exists on the other side of it, the boundless freedom and radiant love that awaits. But you must close the old chapters with intention, with conscious awareness, not just by the passage of time. The fourth key is divine timing. Surrender. This is perhaps the most misunderstood key of all, because surrendering to divine timing does not mean becoming passive, a mere observer of your life. It does not mean sitting quietly on the sidelines while the universe moves things around you without your conscious participation or energetic alignment. Surrender in sacred union means releasing the desperate, clinging grip of the timeline your fear has created, a timeline fraught with anxiety and doubt, and trusting the timeline your soul already agreed to, a timeline woven with grace and divine precision. There is a version of you, a well-meaning but anxious aspect, that has been trying to force this connection into manifestation through sheer will, through constant energetic effort, through meticulously monitoring signs and calculating movements, and trying to determine whether this moment or this message or this encounter is the one that finally shifts everything. And that version of you, as beautiful and as devoted as she is sending a frequency of lack, of not enoughness, a signal that inadvertently creates resistance. Surrender dissolves that frequency. Surrender says, I know this is real. I know this is coming. And I am so certain of its eventual unfolding that I can release my desperate grip and simply inhabit the fullness of my present life with joy and trust, allowing it to unfold exactly as it should. That certainty, that profound trust without needing constant evidence, that knowing in your soul, is one of the most powerful frequencies a starseed can broadcast. The fifth key is magnetic embodiment. Divine love does not come to those who are waiting, perpetually on the edge of their seat, anticipating its arrival. It comes to those who have become, those who embody the very frequency they wish to attract. There is a frequency you carry in your fully embodied, fully expressed, fully activated self that is the exact energetic match for the divine love this union brings. And that frequency is not something you have to create from scratch, like conjuring something from nothing. It is something you have to stop suppressing, the brilliant light you have been dimming for so long. The world will have told you in 1,000 small ways, through societal conditioning and personal experiences, to dim yourself, to be more accessible, to want less, to feel less, to translate yourself into something more manageable, something palatable for people who were never meant to receive the full, unadulterated transmission of who you are. Embodiment means reclaiming all of it. Every gift, every depth, every part of you that has been in hiding, yearning for freedom. Because the man your soul is calling, the one woven into your divine prophecy, is not coming to meet a smaller, edited version of you. He is coming to meet the whole radiant frequency of your being. And the moment you stop editing yourself, the moment you step fully into your magnificent truth, you become electromagnetically irresistible to the love that was written for you before time began. The sixth key is separation wisdom. If there is distance between you and this person right now, physical, emotional, energetic, I need you to hear this clearly and let it settle into your deepest knowing. Separation and sacred union is not abandonment. It is not a sign that the prophecy was wrong, that the divine plan has faltered. It is not punishment for something you did or did not do, no cosmic penalty for perceived failings. Separation is the universe, in its infinite wisdom, creating the exact conditions necessary for both of you to rise to the level this union requires. You cannot meet someone at the frequency of divine love if either of you is still operating from the frequency of fear, or lack, or unhealed attachment patterns. The distance is not empty space, a void of waiting. It is full of potent preparation, a sacred incubator for growth and transformation. And everything you are healing right now, in this season of apparent waiting, is not happening in isolation from him. It is happening in direct, powerful service to the reunion, forging the very foundation upon which your sacred connection will be built. The seventh key is reunion readiness. This is the final chamber, the ultimate activation, and it opens only from within. There is nothing he needs to do, nothing the universe needs to magically arrange, nothing time needs to deliver before this door can open. It opens the moment you integrate all of what came before it: the fierce embrace of worthiness, the profound insights of mirroring, the liberating power of karmic release, the serene trust of surrender, the radiant magnetism of embodiment, the deep wisdom gleaned from separation, and arrive at a place of genuine wholeness, not perfect wholeness, as if that were even a concept in the spiritual realm. Not a version of yourself that no longer has any wounds, for wounds are simply marks of battles fought and lessons learned, but wholeness in the sense that you are no longer waiting for him to complete you, to fill an imagined void within. You are already complete. You are already a sovereign, divine being, brimming with your own light. And from that place of deep inner completeness, the reunion becomes not a desperate hope, a fragile wish against the odds, but an inevitable convergence, a magnetic attraction of two souls who have aligned their frequencies, two whole radiant frequencies meeting in the fullness of what they each carry, ready to share their unique brilliance. That is the love written in your prophecy. That is what has been waiting, not in some distant future, but within the eternal now of your soul. Here is the truth that every part of this transmission has been building toward, the grand revelation that underpins it all. You are not behind. You have not missed your moment. You are not broken, irrevocably damaged by past experiences. You are not someone who chose the wrong path or loved the wrong people so many times that sacred union is no longer available to you. Every single thing you have walked through, every heartbreak that felt like the end of the world, every false start that left you reeling, every season of painful clarity that forced you to see what you could no longer ignore was part of the preparation. Not punishment, not delay. Preparation. The depth of love you are capable of receiving is directly proportional to the depth of love you have been willing to feel, even when it hurt, even when it felt overwhelming. And you have been willing. You are still here, standing resiliently. You are still open, your heart beating with the promise of what can be. You are still calling this divine connection forward, even when it would have been infinitely easier to close your heart, to retreat into safety, and to settle for something less than the magnificent destiny that awaits you. The man connected to your prophecy, the one this activation is preparing you to meet, or to fully receive, or to realign with, deepening the connection you already share. He is not a reward for suffering, a prize for enduring pain. He is a recognition of your sovereignty, a mirror reflecting the divine king within you. He is what arrives when you have stopped making yourself small, when you have ceased the endless cycle of diminishment and started standing fully, courageously, in the sacred truth of who you are. And the timing of that arrival, that glorious convergence, is not solely in the hands of fate or the capricious winds of destiny. It is profoundly in yours. You co-create this reality. Tonight, before you sleep, as the world outside quiets and the internal landscape beckons, place your hand on your heart. Not as a ritualistic performance, not as an act of obligation, but as a genuine act of communication, a heartfelt conversation with the deepest, most ancient part of yourself that has been holding this love safe, cradling this prophecy for longer than you know. And say, quietly or aloud, with the full intention of your being, I am worthy of divine love. I release what was never mine to carry, the burdens and agreements of past timelines. I trust the frequency I carry and the soul it is calling forward, my destined counterpart. I am ready. That is not just an affirmation, a series of hopeful words. It is a signal. It is a powerful, energetic broadcast. And something on the other side of the veil, something vast and luminous and loving, is listening. Before you scroll, drop one intention in the comments. Something honest, something real, something from the part of you this message touched, the deepest resonance it awakened. And then read what someone else has written and offer them something true in return, not a performance of support, not a hollow platitude. Actual contact, actual recognition. Because healing at this level multiplies exponentially when hearts acknowledge each other, when souls see and honor one another. If this transmission reached something in you that needed to be reached, that stirred the embers of your soul, share it with someone in your life who has been carrying the same quiet ache without language for it, that unspoken longing. They are waiting for exactly this. Subscribe if you want to stay in this frequency, to continue this journey of activation and remembering, not as passive content consumption, but as a continued evolving process of becoming. You are not just watching, you are being prepared, and we are only just beginning.